In this lesson, we'll learn about some useful variations of Illustrator's cut, copy, and paste functions. Alright, so everybody should be pretty much familiar with cut, copy, and paste, and the keyboard shortcuts that go along with those. Now, the standard keyboard shortcuts for those are Control-C for copy, Control-X for cut, and Control-V for paste. And this actually works in many applications, even beyond Adobe's Creative Suite. So hopefully you understand those keyboard combinations, and those actually will work here in Illustrator as well. So I've gone ahead and made a copy of the logo here on our letterhead, and we're going to go ahead and work with this. Now I've separated this out into the different areas of the logo. We've got our character, we've got the word Woody's, we've got sort of all these elements down here, and then we've got our background elements. So let's say we wanted to go ahead and cut the character out of this logo, and we can actually do that with a Control-X, or we can actually come up here and choose Edit and Cut, or we could choose the Copy command here. So let's go ahead and cut him out. And we'll go ahead and zoom out here. Now let's say we wanted to paste him back into the same spot here. Now if we just use the standard paste command, the Control-V command, he's actually not going to end up in the exact same spot. But Illustrator has some additional paste functions that we can use that's going to help us better position our artwork. So let me just come up here and look under that Edit drop-down menu and check out this Paste in Place command. Now you can see that that command is Shift-Control-V here, and if we go ahead and use those keyboard shortcuts, we can see here that we paste our character right back into the exact same location. Now, this is actually going to work even if we have a different artboard selected. So I tell you what, let's come over here and select this artboard, and this is going to be our envelope. Maybe we wanted to paste in the exact same character in the exact same spot on this artboard. So let's do that, Control-Shift-V. And you can see that he's going to appear below the artboard. Now, the reason he's below this artboard is because when we copied him from this artboard, it read this artboard's ruler origin, and when it pasted him in, it's pasting him in using his reference point on the ruler origin here for this artboard. So let me just give you a visual for that. Let's look at our transform panel, and let's check the coordinates for this character here for the X and the Y based on his reference point. So we see that 3.6 and the 4.3, and if we come over and select this artboard and this character, you can see that those coordinates are exactly the same. So that's why he's below this artboard here. So let's go ahead and just delete him, and let's go ahead and zoom back in on our logo here on our first artboard. Now let's just say that we wanted to cut this character and paste him behind these objects here. So I tell you what, let me go ahead and do a Control-X and cut him, and Illustrator actually includes some pasting functions for stacking order or stacking order related paste. Let me go ahead and just look at the Edit drop-down menu, and you can see here that the Paste in Back command is Control-B. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and select the backmost object here, being that it's this tree stump, and let's go ahead and do a Control-B. Now you can see it's pasted our character in the exact same position, only he is now behind our tree stump. Now again, let's just go ahead and cut him again here. And if we wanted to paste him in front of that tree stump again, we could also use the Paste in Front command, which is Control-F. So let's just select that tree stump and do a Control-F. And you can see here now he's in front of that tree stump. But if we zoom in on that, we actually need him to come in front of the word Woody's here, because we've got his little hand covered up as well as this bib. So let's go ahead and undo that. Let's select the word Woody's here, and let's hit a Control-F. And there he is, right back in the same position we had him originally, where we want him. So there's actually one other command for pasting that's actually pretty useful. Let's say we were building this logo here on our primary artboard, and we finished up building it. Now we know we need a copy of this logo on all of our artboards. So I tell you what, let me just drag a marquee selection around the logo, and let's go ahead and cut that with a Control-X. So we'll just cut that here. Now, we can actually paste this object to all of our artboards. Now, I know that he's already over here on some of these artboards, but let's go ahead and come up to our Edit drop-down again and take a look at one other paste command here. We have a Paste on All Artboards function here. It's Alt-Shift-Control-V. So a lot of keys to press with that keyboard shortcut, but if we press that here, you can see here that the logo has now been placed on each one of our artboards. Now, again, it's using the reference point for the logo as well as the origin point for each artboard. So, being that we're down to the right of this origin, it's actually moved these down and to the right for each one of these artboards. So you can see here how the paste on all artboards function can actually be pretty useful. So let me just undo that here. Alright, so in this lesson we've learned some additional ways that we can paste objects here in Illustrator. In the next lesson we're going to continue on and we're going to look at how we can maybe align and distribute objects within our document.